What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to another feature match duel. So this is actually round one from locals, a match that I picked between my friend Adam there on the left and my friend Joe on the right. We've got Draco-Pals on the left and Dark World, yes, Dark World on the right. The only person in my locals that plays Dark World and continues to play it. He's got a bunch of different decks that he likes to play. More old school, not necessarily meta, so it's actually really interesting to see how these decks play against the meta decks. He was the one that played Blue Eyes and Melodious Diva and stuff like that, and this is his Dark World build. 3-set back row in the dealings into Brow, get that extra draw. Definitely some serious draw power. And the vanities to start things off. That chicken game, monkey board. I think the best thing he's going to be able to do is just at least get that Skullcrat Joker on board and swing, and hope it doesn't get Mirror Force, because I know his build does run Mirror Force. However, that would be kind of counterproductive. At this point, I say you're better off just taking the damage, hinder that player a little bit more by keeping the vanities on field, just until you're at the point where you can set up and you get ready to OTK and make pretty unstoppable fields. I know he mains Mistake, I think, and he also plays cards like Felgrand in the extra deck. Really, really good. Felgrand, very underestimated card. So after an uneventful Draco-Pal turn, we'll see him going draw, and then he'll Reckless Greed, and he'll draw off Chicken Game, and he will also draw off that Dark World Dealings, discarding the Grapha and discarding a Shaddoll Dragon. I'm not necessarily sure if Shaddoll Dragon would get its effect. I'm not sure if discarding is cost. I'm not too entirely sure. I'll leave that up to you guys. Hitting that Torrential, Grapha will hit the Bottomless. They'll both lose a piece of back row there. Foolish Burial. And Allure of Darkness. So the draw power is pretty real over on this side. And pretty sure we all know that Dark World is indeed one of those decks that can draw a whole lot of cards if you let them. So there's Grapha. He does have, I believe, Gates on field over there on the far left side. I think that's Gates that he's got activated. Being glared out right now thanks to that awesome lighting. Upstart. Now he does not have to worry about Vanity's Emptiness, so he can obviously clearly make plays. He's got Chicken Game. He could go ahead and draw off that if he wanted to. He's got another Chicken Game in hand, as you can see. The draw power on his side is also going to be pretty real with that Lizard draw. And he's got a Lizard draw in his extra deck. Now, Lizard draw on field, another thing I want to talk about. Lizard draw on field is absolutely nuts if you're leaving it up to your opponent to deal with that board. Because when Lizard draws on the field, anytime I believe a Perform Pale dies, you draw a card for as many Perform Pales as you control. And you can draw, as you can see, he draws up to, he would be able to draw up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, I believe, if it's including Lizard draw himself. And the lock with that card, if you have 2 of them especially, it's ridiculous, and you can just draw a whole shit ton of cards. No joke. Now making the smart play here to Castell away the Grapha. Doesn't want that engrave. Obviously the recurability is strong with that one. Zephyros is going to come back. Zephyros is a very, very good card for this deck. I don't know how many times I've seen that card just come in so clutch with making more rank 4 plays. The 400 damage you take is irrelevant, for sure. And it's just an amazing card, as you can see, to help make more plays. He'll normal summon the Luster Pendulum, and he's going to synchro for, who could have guessed, Ignister. The summon looks like it's going to be alright. No Bottomless, no nothing. He'll summon out Master Pendulum. He could make another rank 4 if he wanted to. He'll pop spin the Mirror Force. Definitely a good hit. Definitely would not want to run into that. It'd be very devastating. Only one monster there would end up returning to the extra deck. As far as the pool is the monsters that he has in the extra deck, I'm not too sure how many it is, but I just have a Luster in there, so I guess that's all that matters. Giving enough occurability with that Pendulum summon, he would be able to make next turn, and yeah, looks like he's going to end up attacking, and then he will Reckless Greed again to get some more draws. He'll Chicken Game again. Raigeki's going to come down. Won't be able to get any draws off Lizard draw. Grapha. Drag down, we'll see. He's got a Graph and Brow in his hand. He's going to discard the Brow. Brow will get him a draw, plus the draw that Drag Down gives. He'll get a nice +2 right there, +1. Setting another back row. Now, I'm not sure what life points are here, but whether or not he will be taking damage due to Chicken Game is unknown. At least I don't think he would be able to. He's going to chain Mind Crush. Obviously, to start a main phase, he's going to call Wrong on purpose, and the Grapha will get discarded out of his hand to hit that Pendulum Scale in efforts to stop an inevitable Pendulum Summon, but he does have another scale in his hand anyway, so it'll be for naught at this point. Obviously not going to summon out Monkey Board and Lizard Draw. He'll Pendulum Summon at 4, normal summon the Armageddon Knight, opting not to use its effect because I believe he's exhausted his targets at this point, which are Zephyros and Shadal Dragon. And obviously you could send another Armageddon Knight, but it's not really needed. Now we'll see the true aspect of the Draco Slayers and how good they've become over this past few weeks and with the change in the meta. Obviously, Dynaster, Ignister, Magister all on the field. The squad is rolling in. You'll be able to summon off Ignister. I think definitely at this point, you know, besides Pendulum Sorcerer, I think Draco Slayers have taken over the prominent role as what is, you know, the best engine for the deck. And there's a mistake. Not going to be too helpful at this point. Not needed to add any cards to his hand at this point. He will pop the Vector, spin the Chicken Game, and as you can tell, it looks like he would have had lower life points at that point. So in order to be able to OTK, obviously we're going to get to see here that he will strategically clear his own Chicken Game thanks to Ignister and end up attacking for game there. So we're going to go to game 2. Valiant effort by Dark World though. That clutch Mind Crush would have been able to save him. If he would have not had another scale in his hand, it would definitely shut his play down, and then be able to make more plays going into the next turn. So as we can tell, it's already a great turn for Draco-Pals, summoning that Armageddon Knight, sending that Zephyros, setting up with great plays, and he's already got a Monkey Board too, so we already know this is going to be a great first turn for him. Such utility, especially with Pendulum Scales being a thing. That makes Zephyros all that much better because obviously placing Pendulum Scales, as we know, is not like a once per turn thing. It's not a limit how many times you can do that. You can do that as many times as you want as long as you have Pendulum Scales to place. Such synergy with Zephyros. Obviously, he could return the Monkey Board to his hand, but then he could just place it again. And now he's got an extra monster on board for Synchros, rank 4s, what have you. And there we see it, the dynamic duo of Monkey Board and Lizard Draw. Definitely a winning combo, for sure. He will Pendulum Summon 3. Sorcerer will pop itself and Armageddon Knight. Just absolutely amazing combos. Gonna grab some searches. Gonna go +2 here. One card will get him 2. Just like that. Lizard Draw and Guitartle, basically your pot of greed in the deck. Drawing one off the Lizard Draw he's got there. Zephyros, bouncing back Monkey Board for next turn. He's already setting himself up for absolutely incredible scales next turn. And it looks like it, the way things are going for PePe right now, with the advantage he has going into next turn, this game could be over very, very quickly. Gonna make 2 rank 4s, it looks like here. Rafflesia is gonna come down. And we're gonna see a Dynaster. Interesting. No Dweller, no Nightmare. Just Rafflesia Dynaster with a 2950 defense and a Rafflesia that's gonna be able to disrupt plays. We'll see gates, 3 set back row, and 1 set monster. We'll see a Twin Twister. On the activation of the scales, he'll discard Mistake. But I don't think they'll get destroyed. I think that might have been a misplay on the behalf of the Dark World player. I think that Dynaster is going to be able to protect those scales. So he'll still draw off that Lizard Draw. A waste of a Twin Twister there. However, I don't think he knew exactly that Dynaster had the ability to protect Pendulum monsters. He'll Twin Twister away the rest of his back row, discarding a useless Shadal Dragon. Monkey Board. Monkey Board Guitartle This game looks like it's coming about just to be just about over any minute here. Depending on what the set card is, I mean, if it's a Shaddoll Dragon, obviously you could just bounce something back and disrupt plays there. But I mean, if you can make an Ignister, if you can get to the one of Luster Pendulum somehow, you'll be able to clear that no problem. Looking to Pendulum summon possibly 3 here, 2 from extra deck, me Vector and Master, and Sorcerer. Sorcerer clearing his scales. Gonna go grab Part Naga. No other targets. Interesting. No other targets for him to grab off Sorcerer. Just gonna be able to pop 1. And it's gonna be Guitartle that he leaves there. Just searching Part Naga. He's gonna contact Fuse again for another Dinosaur. We're gonna see double Dinosaur here. And Magister is just going to set up some absolutely insane plays. Magister is going to summon out Master. He has double Dinosaur, Magister, Master Pendulum, and Rafflesia there still. His field is absolutely fully loaded at this point. If he had the room, he could summon out a Master Pendulum from his grave with Dinosaur. He's going to run into a Scarm. And I'm not sure if that Gaze is going to give Scarm a defense boost. I'm pretty sure it only gives 300 attack boost for all fiends. I could be wrong, it could give defense boost as well. But still, an unexpected Scarm that he surprisingly can't get over. Unexpected. Main phase 2, he'll make, I believe, Lancelot, Ghost Knight of the Underworld, a new rank 8. Basically a better Felgrand, if you will. It can negate, I think, a monster effect or a spell or trap effect once per turn. Very, very good card, sacrificing the double Dinosaur. And I think it's also really cool that PePe now has, or Draco-Pals now has, easy access to rank 8s with the addition of double Dinosaur in the extra deck, as well as Ignister, who's a level 8. Very, very cool. And that is a new card. I don't think it's necessarily new. I think it may have been a promo card in some like magazine or something, but it was just released as a super rare reprint in the Bosch Special Editions. So if you're looking where you could get that card, Bosch Special Editions is where it's at. You can either pull that or the new True Draco Awakening card, which I believe he plays one of. So if he resolves that, we might get to see that. Ignister here. Thanks to that Luster Pendulum that he ended up drawing into spinning the Scarm. Obviously doesn't want to get him to search that. You grab a tour guide to go into Brow, make rank 3 plays, what have you, bounce back the Brow for a Grapha. Obviously doesn't want that to happen. He's got a whole lot of stuff on his field. Whole lot of stuff. Silverclaw, Rafflesia, Ignister, Ghost Knight of the Underworld, Lancelot, and Magister. I think this game is definitely over. Fable Raiden is set. He'll attack him with a, I think maybe 2300. Silverclaw, I think it gains 300 itself when it attacks, and then Part Naga, I think, is going to give it a boost. 2 back row, he'll draw into the Epidemic. He has a True Draco Awakening and a Wavering Eyes in hand. Pretty much GG. You can just see how strong of an engine that the Draco Slayers have become, and I think it's a far more superior engine now that the Perform Pals have been hindered in the way that they have, as way of like Perform Mages being hit like Flush Rider, Damage Juggler. And I think the Draco Slayer engine is much more powerful than the Perform Pal engine ever was. Obviously, you still have Sorcerer at 3 being a great card to still play, you know, easily taking the spot for best card in the deck. With the searches it grants you and the removal it can do, the clearing up of your field or your scales for new scales, you know, what have you, to go grab your Pot of Greed, play like the Lizard Draw, Guitartle. Very good deck, still easily one of the best decks of the format, even after the emergency ban list that we had. But yeah, obviously Dark World not going to be able to stand too much of a chance, especially in Game 2. I mean, Game 1 was kind of a little bit of a grind game. Game 2, though, not too much in the way of defense for Dark World, but still very interesting to see that matchup nonetheless. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Hope it was alright. And if you did, leave a like, leave your comments down in the comment section below, if any. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the sport. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Cannot stress that enough. Be looking forward to more duel videos in the next string of feature matches from locals. This is round 1, like I said. Draco-Pals taking the victory. And yeah, I got some deck profiles coming up. Synchro Fusionist, Gradle Kaiju deck profile, and possibly a new Atlantean deck profile for you guys as well. So look forward to that. I'll be posting stuff on Twitter, so go ahead and follow me there if you want. If you're not already, I would appreciate that. And anyways, guys, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.